Remain patient. The stream will start soon. The stream will start now.
The stream
The
has already
stream has started. Oh, not for them yet. In the future. Right now.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
In the future right now. Okay. Hey, Jay, everybody. Welcome to, what month is this? May.
Hey.
May's monthly live chat. I'm like, April? Is it
April?
Moon?
Oh, okay.
All these months that don't
Seis
exist.
de Mayo.
Okay, happy Cinco de Mayo.
No, seis.
Except it's the 6th.
today.
So
Yes.
happy un-Cinco de Mayo.
Happy,
happy-
some
happy
probably
Cinco plus
relatable
uno de
Star
Mayo.
Wars Day.
That too.
Revenge of the Sith right now or
6th, I
something?
think, yeah.
Sixth.
Yeah.
Sixth.
So, y'all probably know who we are. I'm sick. That's who I am.
Hi,
Hey,
sick.
Jay, I'm sick.
I just rolled out of bed.
And I sound like crap. You're just rolled out of bed. Okay.
I woke up late.
You're late. Okay. Or you woke up late. Who are you?
I'm just Nate.
You're just Nate today. All right. Nothing special about him.
I did
He's
all
just
those
Nate.
things, and I'm not sick, but I rolled out of bed. Just rolled out of bed.
Well, that's good. So anyway, we're here today to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in Random Encounters, answer questions if you got them, to maybe ask you guys a few questions. And we do this every month. It's always the first Saturday, and it's always at noon Pacific time, which is right now.
Yeah. A little housekeeping. We have enabled slow chat, so when you chat, you're going to be locked out for about 30 seconds, and then you'll get to chat again, just so that we can keep the stream of chats from exploding too much. Oh, welcome back, Mr. Meows. He got out and disappeared, and now he's back.
It also helps so you guys don't spam things.
That too.
We're on to you.
Another thing is the chat, even with super chat or not super chat, slow chat on, goes pretty quickly still. So if you want to really highlight your question, please type the word question : your question.
Question. This
Like
is
AJ's
an
typing,
example,
you'll have
right?
seen it about 30 seconds ago.
There we go.
Go ahead and do that for any questions you have so that we can better make them out on the chat. And if you want to further highlight your question, you can send us a super chat, which is the little $ underneath the chat window. And you can send us some money, and our screen will light up with a big super chat notification, and we can get to your question directly. So I think that's all the upkeep
Your
I
name is
have.
Jake. I just thought you should know.
Oh, congratulations.
Your name
Hi,
is Jake. Someone just said hi to neighbor, AJ, me, and Jake.
Okay, I'm Jake now.
All right.
Whenever.
There you go. I think I've made enough stupid questions in here. Yeah, also we have moderators in here. Today it's what? Lithias and
Aiden and Nifenjo.
Nifenjo. Okay,
And
good.
me if you get really, really weird.
Don't get really, really
Don't
weird.
get really, really
In fact,
weird.
respect what those two say because they've been doing this for a pretty long time. And we trust them to hold down the fort for us while we're trying to keep track of tech on our end and things like that. So anyway, no spamming, no bad words, all that general stuff.
Be nice.
Be nice to one another.
Nice enough.
Yeah, our community is really nice. I want to stop and give you guys a big thumbs up. Here's a big thumbs up, maybe 2 thumbs up, because you guys are pretty nice to each other, and you've done some really cool things for one another when somebody has a question that isn't getting answered or needs help or whatever. So you guys treat each other really well, and that's great. It makes us feel wonderful that we don't have to come scold you like children. So thank you for being so awesome compared to so many of the other people on the internet.
You've had 50 questions about Bendy and the Ink Machine.
I believe it.
Oh my goodness! Should we answer
Would you
one
like
of
to
them?
answer that question?
Should we answer a question about Bendy and the Ink Machine?
I'd rather leave them in confusion and darkness.
Darkness
I'd
like
rather answer
ink.
it, so maybe
in
we don't
Bendy's
get that
soul.
question
I know,
600,000 times.
Oh, you're gonna. We used to put little frequently asked questions at the bottom, right? Just so that,
yeah.
We should do that because look, there's even more.
Yeah, here's the thing though, is they're gonna keep asking it. There will be people that'll sign into the chat and they'll just ignore and go, but talk more about it. I want to
Yeah.
hear you say it out loud.
Yeah.
Have you ever
So-
thought about just doing a live stream where you just repeat the same
The
thing
same thing over and over again.
because
Just find how
that's-
many ways for 1 hour to say we might make a Bendy and the Ink Machine
Well,
musical.
what if we just record it previously and then put it on loop as
Just
the
loop?
live stream?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
It's funny. It's like breaking news. Everybody's like waiting for this breaking news
Oh, I like
story
this
to
game, Biggie
change.
and Inkmane. That one sounds fun. I want
What
to
is
play
it?
that one.
What is it?
She's joking.
Someone said Bindi and the Ink Maid.
I didn't think she was joking.
I mean, I'm wondering if a lot of the poor spelling on the internet is actually attributable to autocorrect.
Well, there's also sometimes there are fan games that are basically just
True.
rip-offs of another one where they change parts of the name.
There's also people who live in other countries and
Yes.
English isn't their first language.
Correct.
So, but you're right. Autocorrect could be doing things. Beneath the propane.
So anyway, yes, we're doing Bendy and the Ink Machine, guys, and it's gonna be it's probably gonna be a stop motion piece, which is really exciting. It might not come out this month. I hope it will. I think it will, but it might not. So we might not even have a musical this month, other than one that's going on someone else's channel, which we're working on right now.
Yeah, we just got offset of that one. So right now we would just be starting in this next week trying to figure out how to get Bendy and the Ink Machine made. And animation takes a really long time. So even with a couch full of people willing to help, I don't know if we can make something like that quickly.
Yeah, but it's
So in
exciting.
the meantime, we have all these other wonderful musicals that you can go watch and love and get
That's true.
hyperactive about.
There's a lot of
How
them.
many do we have? Is it probably like 95?
I think it's more like 80
100?
still. I think it's still more like 80s.
It was like 75
I don't know.
a year ago.
If you don't count all 5 FNAF nights as separate ones, if you don't count
interesting.
all the musical numbers of Ace Attorney, if you just call it one musical,
Interesting.
I think you can pare it down backwards like that. So if you don't count finger puppet versions,
Right. Well,
If you don't count Big the
We'll
Cat.
have to do a roll call someday.
you know, we should
Big
do
the
that.
Cat is my favorite musical. Why wouldn't you count it?
There's not much. I was gonna say there's not much singing, but I'm like, it's basically only
It's
singing.
basically a song with a little sketch number. Yeah. See? Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So
anyway,
I guess
yeah.
we're ready for other questions that are not
Sure.
Bendy. We'll probably
Do you
come
want
back
to
to
put a
that.
little text
sure.
at the
Oh,
bottom
boy.
of the thing just to maybe decrease the number of?
Another note about Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's becoming a battle zone in the comments where somebody will say, do Bendy and the Ink Machine, and somebody else will say, shut up, don't ask for Bendy and the Ink Machine. That's a spot where we could still chill out a bit more. I think it's not so important that we need to get mad at each other or yell at each other about. So I know some of us get more bothered than others about people demanding things.
All I ask is that just keep in mind we're people just like you, and we're working as hard as we can to give you what you want. That's all. Just remember, we're people.
Oh, they're watching all of my typos up on the top left. Cool.
Sweet.
That's-
Yeah,
Do
this
you wanna
keyboard either feels sticky or something where the keys don't always register. Oh, also the shift key is like,
Do you want to
Shift key's not having it.
a possible model for Bendy? Is that something of interest right now?
in a behind the scenes video, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like.
Because I don't think you're even going to use him now, knowing what
It's
Peter
possible.
knows.
Yeah, it's possible.
I
Not.
don't know, but I don't want to start. We are not ready to show progress from Bendy and the Ink Machine on a live chat to an awful lot of
Fair.
encounterers who may or may not like what we're about to do.
Sorry, I just woke up, so I'm not all
Yeah.
here yet.
So if you guys stay tuned, there'll probably be Instagram posts, so go follow us on Instagram. Keep track of our Twitter because we tweet some of these things. I know I said I was going to do more with Tumblr and I haven't. Sorry. Still plan to keep more track of that.
Ooh, somebody knows what Corpse Party is. I like that person.
Corpse potty. I have to go use the corpse potty.
No,
Oh,
no.
sorry. Hey, hold on.
Oh, right. Sorry. I forgot you were doing that thing. Question: do you like Doctor Who? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, but do you like Doctor Who?
I don't know.
Anybody like Doctor Who?
I like Doctor
I was
Who.
gonna
I'm
say you
lukewarm
watched
to
it.
it.
Okay.
I'm not like a super fan or anything, but
No.
I watched
Who's your favorite Doctor?
David Tennant.
Yeah, I hear he's like
Most everybody's.
Yeah, everybody likes David Tennant.
It's true.
You're good now.
One day I'm gonna check out Doctor Who. I am unfamiliar though.
It's enjoyable. Seasons are short, so.
Gwen said that she would walk me through some Doctor
The
Who's.
first Doctor.
Where is the
Best
mouse?
Doctor.
Where is the mouse?
oh,
Show me where the
to the right
mouse
a
is.
lot.
To the right a lot. Oh. No.
Moving to the left a lot?
Oh wait.
yeah.
There it is. Dang.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, the space between his computer and the monitor is like really great.
Ah.
And it knows that.
But I had to move it to the right, so I had to go all the way around our kitchen and back. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Sorry, now we're ready to get to people's questions more.
Yeah. Let's talk about another one that people are asking a lot about, which is working with other YouTubers. Specifically, can you do more with Mark? Can you do something with Nate? Will you be in a video with Jack? Something like that.
Right now, we are kind of working on being our own channel. We spent a lot of time building up collaborations with other channels, which was really helpful for getting us to where we are now. But one problem is that a lot of our channel just wants to see those other people. They just want to see Markiplier, or they just want to see MatPat. And it's really cool that they're coming to our channels to see these popular people, but at the same time, it also means that we're kind of getting the shaft, as it were. So right now, we're focusing on us because we need to be recognizable on the channel for the channel to remain profitable. And that's, an important thing because we have to pay our bills so that we can continue making stuff.
That even means working with me less.
It does.
Because I'm not actually Random Encounters,
it's
guys.
It's true. So that's kind of where we are right now, and we're going to continue working with these other channels wherever we can, but we're not right now in the market for jumping out and grabbing all of those people,
Yeah.
basically.
Could you imagine if the Game Grumps were only liked for the episodes that Mark joined them on? And what that would mean for the Grumps having to constantly say, Mark, will you come over and play more games with us? At some point, Mark is going to be like, guys, I have my own channel. I can't come work with you right now. And then the Game Grumps are going to be like, but our channel's going to die because no one's going to watch it if you don't come. And he goes, I'm sorry. And then the Game Grumps suddenly don't have a job anymore and can't, work on YouTube. And then they have to shut down their channel and go work wherever, offices or restaurants will hire them. And that's the problem that every YouTuber faces when they start working with somebody that their audience only wants to watch, do things on that channel. So every channel has to be able to hold themselves up without having to beg another channel to come do favors for them. That's our situation right now. So thank you guys, those of you who have started to really use us as the building blocks of our own channel instead of waiting for Mark or Nate or even, get MatPat in or something like that.
And Hello Neighbor was a great example of success on that front. It was really nice to be like, this is just me and AJ.
You guys watched it anyway. You liked it anyway.
Yeah. Sparrow, she generally pulls in like 1 million views or something, and that's really awesome. But obviously, like she said, we also want to try to get like the core creators of Random Encounters to be recognizable.
Because these guys, I guess, and Nate, are great. You should love them as much as you love Mark.
She can't reach you, Nate. It's okay.
So you should get hyped. Get on the hype train for Peter and AJ and Nate. Woo woo!
We're okay.
Well, I mean, with that attitude, they're still just gonna ask for Mark all the time.
Yeah. Hey, Mark says that. He's like, you can subscribe to me if you want to. He says things like that.
I love how
and they're like, I already did.
Drop into the Mark voice, and it's
well,
right now
it's really easy
it's
to.
It's a really good Mark voice.
It's really easy to drop into the Mark voice right now. I should just start a Let's Play channel just while I'm sick.
Nice.
Sick Markiplier.
Yeah.
It's just you impersonating him.
This going off the back of what we were just discussing. It's from the Traveler, who I think I just sent. I feel like I might have just sent fan mail back to you. So keep an eye on if you want to send fan mail, it's on our Instagram, the addresses. Question.
Is it on Facebook too?
It might be. Do you guys miss anyone you used to work with? The Sweet Pea Hoot Spickle is the person, apparently.
I miss working in community theater. Does that count?
Yeah.
I guess so. You used to work with people in community theater.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I'm assuming they mean on YouTube, though.
Oh.
So, people that we may haven't had enough videos lately that we kind of wish we could bring back into more.
No, not really.
I miss Dodger.
Yeah, I do too. I was just thinking about her the other day.
I like that girl.
Yeah.
She's fun.
She's very talented. And I was definitely thinking about Yandere Simulator, because I'm pretty sure we asked her to do that one, and she was unavailable. And I was thinking if we go back to Yandere Simulator, should try to schedule with her for that. Be like, Dodger, please. Yeah, I miss working with her.
Yeah.
If you miss working with these people, why don't you just work with them again?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
They busy. I miss
That we already
and also all of this said about not like branching out, staying within our own channel for now and stuff. We are looking to find new collaborators as well. So in the future, when we start up collaborations in full again, we're hopefully going to expand our reach in terms of collaborators, which would be really great. So, because, we haven't worked with a lot of channels. We've just worked with the same channels a whole lot. So we'd like to, at some point, change that as well. Especially working with someone out of the country. That would be really good.
Do you guys ever work with other channels that are not on your own?
As in
Have
appear
you
in their
ever?
stuff?
Yeah.
Actually, someone just commented about that on the Bendy behind the scenes. No, the Hello Neighbor behind the scenes video we posted yesterday. They caught us in one of Eiley Monty's songs. So, like, occasionally we'll pop up on other people's channels.
He used to be on the Prop Master's Handbook a lot.
And
Pretty much
yeah.
anytime he wanted to film something that had some sort of a nerd culture thing, one of us would end up in that. So, like, all his Power Rangers ones, I'm in, like, every one of those,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But most of the time, it's a matter of if someone contacts us, we'll often say yes. If a channel is like, hey, we need a
Yeah.
thing. And
Video game rap battles, we were on that. Although it took like a year between making and when it uploaded, so I almost forgot it existed. But
so yeah, we have been in a few, but it's mostly a matter of them getting in touch with
I
us.
say, is it weird that like people don't ask to have us be in their things that often?
Not really.
It's just not
People
a thing.
don't ask for that
Yeah, collabs
across
aren't
the board.
something. Yeah, a lot of people actually are used to doing. so.
Collabs were a lot bigger back when YouTube was newer, but now people are kind of just their own self-enclosed ecosystems.
I miss
YouTube's
working
dying,
with
too,
Nate.
so you have to battle with that.
I missed like back when I got to dress up as a love fairy, and then I got to freak you out for a whole video.
That was like 2 months.
Yeah, that was.
You know, those are the good old days. I miss that.
You're dumb.
The good old days.
He's dumb.
Okay.
Zingo 110 question. What?
What?
Okay. Zingo 110 question. How often do you guys rest in between making videos? Because you guys deserve a rest for all the effort you guys put in.
It actually depends on what we're doing next.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there isn't much of a rest. Sometimes you're kind of working on more projects, so they just kind of bleed together. And that's kind of what's going on with this one and Bendy. Is we've already been working on Best Fiends, but we already committed to kind of doing Bendy at the same time. So there's not really a rest exactly in between them. You're kind of like, as you're finishing one, you're beginning the next one, and you have different people doing different, parts of the process. But when we do take a rest, what do we get? Like a week?
Well,
What'd you say?
no, I would say that rests happen independently of each other.
Okay.
Because if AJ's taking a rest, what is she counting?
She's
2 to 3 days.
Oh, okay.
so I was close.
It's not a week.
Oh yeah, it's not really.
Because, like, what happens usually, though, is when AJ's writing music, I get a rest. When I'm doing visual effects, AJ gets a rest. When Miss Bird isn't making costumes or being in a video, she gets a rest.
No.
When there's no behind the scenes, Nate gets a rest. I don't know. It feels like our rests are staggered. Miss Bird disagrees.
Because the stress of whatever they have to do and deal with, I also have to deal with because I'm empathetic. I take people's emotions and stuff. So I don't get a rest until everybody else gets their rest. It's
So you
obnoxious.
just don't get one basically, because
Yeah.
it's like always somebody who's not resting.
I'm always high strung.
Yeah. So yeah, not a lot of rests, but we like what we do generally. So
But overall, YouTube is bad for people's mental health.
it's not the place if you want to have a lot of rests. On the other hand, you can pick usually when you have your rests.
Yes.
So that's nice, at least, that you don't have to go get that approved by somebody else as long as you think you can make it up. Okay. Another question from Aiden McClory. If you could redo a musical, and I think we've gotten this question before, which one would it be? What do you guys think? If you could just go back and do another one from the beginning again, what would it be?
Probably Sing and Chew.
Sing It Chew.
It's the most annoying one on your channel, I feel.
It is a really annoying.
I was really impressed though
but I
looking at
feel
it.
like that's the charm of it.
It's still in the top like 20 or something like that. Like it's really high for being like the very first thing on the channel. It has gotten watched a lot.
Miss Bird's like that. He's
I think that's why people watch it. Okay.
I mean, there's a certain charm to it too, but like just the music, listening to like just the instrumental is painful.
Awesome.
It's such terrible. I'm glad you mix better now.
Thank you.
I'm tempted to say the Tingle Bells song. I think we could get that watched more if we'd just been able to devote more time to it and make it, instead of a Christmas song, make it like an actual like Tingle musical. Because I think Tingle deserves a good musical number.
Well, the problem with that is we decided not to vote time to it.
Yeah, because
Because
it
it
was
was
Phoenix
just supposed
Wright.
to be the Christmas musical.
Yeah.
And Phoenix Wright was going to debut at the end of December and be
Yeah.
the first, or the December musical.
Sure.
And then Phoenix Wright got pushed to January.
Yeah.
And then Tingle kind of just took on the role of being, this is the December musical. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Even so, I think redoing Tingle, we could do a slightly better Tingle song. You wouldn't redo anything?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Power
Like,
Pong.
everything has every musical has
Had its
issues,
purpose.
and there were reasons why
Yeah.
those issues existed.
Uh-huh.
And if we were
What about,
if,
John?
if we're talking about, I mean,
Would you have made that like an actual Mass Effect musical instead of just a bunch of machinima stuff?
not probably not with that song.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like if the question is, if you went back in time, would you do it differently? The answer would have to be no, because there were, for the most part, because there were
Yeah.
reasons for how we did everything.
If I could go back in time and do FNAF the musical differently, I would.
I guess we might try to shoot everything at the same time.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'd also consider Angry Birds.
Okay.
Finding a different way to have done Angry Birds, like put people in costumes or something, because we could have been a lot more dynamic. Although then we would lose like the cage match with the giant crazy snake, or possibly Dead Space, because I think we could have done something more cool, like a darker, cooler song for Dead Space than just doing a straight up love song. So there's a few.
Oh.
I don't know. In general, though, I'm happy with our channel. So anything that you would want to know?
Can you redo Needle Mouse? And
Needle Mouse?
Be Bald Eggman.
Oh yeah, that's an
Or
easy
redo
change.
Tricked by the Eggman so I could be Eggman.
That's not a bad idea either. Yeah, I think I go with you. Tricked by the Eggman. I like Mikey as Eggman, but like in case he does a good job as Knuckles, but we could have done a better telling of that musical. So, all right, those are probably not the ones. Tell us what you wanted to see us redo.
I suppose we should touch on, if your question is, can you do blank being whatever game or thing you want us to do musical, so can you do blank musical? Answer is always yes, we can, but we might not always do it. So I hope that answers all of your collective, can you do this musical question.
All right.
The end.
So thank you, Lunar Eclipse, for pointing out that my shirt is
She
in
didn't
fact merch.
structure her sentence right.
But we want to answer it anyway.
Well, yeah, I am going to answer it because I did say that I was going to toss out again. We just put in the video yesterday, but we do have a new merch store. It's on Teespring, which a lot of other YouTubers are using. So we kind of migrated a bunch of our stuff there. So you can get hoodies, you can get t-shirts. Most of them have the RE logo, but we do have some other cool designs, and we're actually going to be working on new ones. Which I'm really excited for. We talk about like a beard line based on some of our like most popular musicals and like put the beard on them. And those ones would be like limited time shirts where we'd be selling them for a short time. And anybody who wants to keep the collection going like grabs it before it goes back down. And we move on to the next musical, putting the beard in that one too. So anyway,
Link is in the description and also on this little I button, the card thing.
The
I don't
I
know
button.
I don't know if anyone uses that. Do people use cards?
yeah, I've been questioning that
Do you
too.
guys use the little I button on the top right of the screen?
Yeah, there's like a little
Sometimes.
like a letter I and like a bubble. I don't
Because
know.
it comes out first. It shows you what
Right.
it is and then it goes away. So if you
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. But so if you want to get any merch, you can match with us. We have these, we have those, we
You
have
can't get
something
this.
else here. Yeah, you can't get.
Yes, you can. It's
can't-
at not Target, Walmart.
Oh, go to
Well, but not
Walmart.
from Teespring.
Okay.
Well, no, it's
Yeah.
on their clearance rack, so you might not even be able to get it either.
I think there are new colors, and
Wrong direction.
there might even be
right,
higher
wrong direction.
quality
It's over there.
fabric now. So take
The
a look.
card button. I was like, oh, it's over here, but that was my. I forgot to mirror that.
Doody doody doo doody doody doo doody doo. Oh.
What?
We need more
What,
questions.
AJ?
Oh, we need more questions.
And just a reminder, if your questions are getting buried, there's always the super chat option, which both helps support us and gets your question very prominently pictured. for us to
Tra-la.
answer.
Yeah, like a big old advertisement for you and your question. Somebody read this one.
Ashley Burkhead says, "Are you ready to come to Sodak Con in a little over a month?
Hi, Ashley.
Ashley is one of our contacts for SodacCon, which is a convention coming up. And fun story, it's going out at the same time as VidCon, but even funnier story, we don't get invited to VidCon. The first and only time we ever got invited was when we had like 1,000 subscribers, and we've never gone back. We've never been put in their guest book or anything like that. So at this point, it just becomes a routine that every year VidCon happens. A bunch of our popular YouTube friends are going, and we don't get any tickets or get invited or anything.
Aren't, like, your
and we cry
popular
ourselves to
YouTube
sleep.
friends over 1 million?
Yeah. But I've seen people on their guest list that are literally a third of our size.
So
Not
anyway,
joking.
the point is, yes, we are actually excited to go to.
We are excited to go have our own VidCon over at SodacCon, and that will actually put us closer to a lot of you guys because it's in South Dakota.
Fair.
Okay. Well, either way, it's going to be super cool for us to get out of California and to other parts of America, and hopefully this won't be the end. This will be the beginning.
Business trip.
Well, I mean,
This
it
happens.
is a business trip.
No, I mean, like, we're just gonna work and work and work and work and not actually enjoy anything at the con. So it's just gonna be another, like, oh, we did all the work at this con and it wasn't fun.
I see all the emails from them. They are trying very hard to make sure that we are actually having fun in South Dakota and not just going to a convention, paneling, and then walking back, to the airport. So anyway,
Then I'm excited.
it's gonna be cool,
That's
and I
what
hope
we're-
you guys do. We probably don't have it in the description, so we should add it. But I'm gonna find the website right now. It's called
So-
SodacCon. I'm gonna type it in here, actually.
Yeah, we're
Your keyboard? Why? Why?
What's it doing?
See, it's not doing anything.
Oh,
That's why you
sorry.
should just use mine.
clearly
It's-
I should
it's
just use yours.
Bad.
But it was work.
It
whatever.
works and
I don't
unworks.
know. Maybe it's got a bad range.
Yeah,
or
half
getting
of
blocked or
half
something.
of like the keys like don't register.
I'm sorry, I
okay.
messed this up for you.
It's okay. Anyway,
So yes, we're going to SodacCon. Look it up because we can't type it apparently, and we're going to be doing a pretty large number of panels there, which is pretty cool, including one that I don't think. Are we doing Mad Libs there? Do you think?
yes,
We are doing Mad Libs.
we are supposed
Okay.
to. June 23rd through 25th, and the website, if it lets me type, www.sdcon.
In the meantime, let's look for a new question.
There we go.
Ooh, question: do you guys like Animal Crossing? The answer is yes, and the answer also is we want to do a musical about Animal Crossing. But
No, Animal Crossing is.
well, I said yes as
He likes the I like.
do we. I happen to know that both of you like Animal Crossing.
That is true.
And we want to do a musical about it, but we wanted to do it in stop motion. So part of why we're doing Bendy in stop motion is to do a small scale test to see how difficult it's going to be if or when we do an Animal Crossing stop motion. So that's pretty exciting.
Yes. So stay track of the channel.
I feel like
We'll have
it's
an
going to
Animal
be more
Crossing.
difficult than Bendy
musical.
because you
It
have
will.
more characters to keep track
There
of.
are.
More
And
characters
they are more
and more
expressive, I think.
articulate characters.
And a lot more locations because Bendy
Yeah.
is like literally set in like one building. Animal Crossing is like literally a
A
town. It's
world.
named after an entire village, so. Or a city, even depending which game. Question from Tie Dye Productions: do you have enough animators for Super Smash Brotherhood?
No.
Unfortunately, I don't know where that's going because the number of animators is almost less of a problem than I don't want to say the level of skill, but or experience maybe. The problem is we have an awful lot of animators who have done some light experimenting, testing, and a few personal projects. We don't have anybody who's jumped in to say, yes, I do this as kind of a professional, or like I am used to working in a structured team making these kind of things. And that doesn't even have to be like, oh, I work for DreamWorks. That has to be like, I work on YouTube doing this, with other people, or even as a hobby. I'm going to art school and doing projects like this all the time. We've had very few people come forward with a lot of experience. So the couple that we have had, we've talked to and about, I don't know whether or not that's enough when you're talking about something that's like 6-minute to 10-minute episodes. And doing
With some pretty epic
10
action
of them.
sequences.
Yeah. This isn't like, oh, let's have two little faces and one says the thing and one says the thing and one says the other thing. This is, Smash Brothers is a game where fighting does most of the prominent part. So I don't know. Short answer, no. We don't have enough, or we haven't found the right animators yet. But we haven't given up on it. It's just something that I think we're going to have a budget. We're going to have to go hire people really specifically, people that we have to buy off of other projects and pay them more so that they will stop working on something else and come work on ours. But thank you to the people that have sent things in, because some of you guys we are going to keep the contacts for, so that when we think we have enough of a team, we can maybe bring you into that instead.
FNAF fan 123 asks, where did the beard come from? If you've been on the channel for a really long time, you saw us post an entire Origins video of the beard. You can, what is it?
It's called Glimpse into the Beard.
Glimpse into the Beard. So jump on our channel, hit the little search button for the channel, and search for Glimpse into the Beard, and you'll find some of the beard origin story, actually. Simple, short answer. What?
When are you, AJ, going to get married?
I'm sorry?
That's one of the questions that was right there.
Okay.
When he darn feels like it.
Yes.
Is that right? I'm like, don't ask those kind of questions.
Or never. Who knows? It's 2017.
Well, that might be never.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Well, I mean, there are some things you have to do.
See, that's not true, because now we have like SJWs to worry about, and then people like scream at each other when things aren't.
Okay, well, you don't have to get married if you don't want to.
There's a lot of persnickety people going on nowadays. But that's a different story altogether.
Yeah.
With lots of different opinions on it.
I'll ask Gwen if and when we're getting married.
Wow.
She is the boss of me. What do we got?
Oh, she's the boss
she
of you.
disagrees.
Is she the boss of all of us? Can I ask her for you to stop being such a...
You can, petition her, sure, do it. Julia, speaking of Gwen, asks, did Gwen pre-record Mama Tattletale's lines? Pre-record? No, you can hear it in the bloopers, actually. We just kind of yelled Mama's lines, like, come to Mama!
It was creepy.
No, it was Gwen though, right?
Oh, that was Gwen. Oh, Gwen did that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That was her
totally.
pre-recording, and then in the final cut, we went, this isn't working for us. Mama sounds stupid instead of scary. Let's try that again.
And so then Gwen re-recorded
Yeah.
Mama's lines a
Sure.
little bit more sweetly.
Yeah.
Gwen didn't do any of the "Mama's coming" stuff on
She
set,
didn't.
by
That
the
was
way,
AJ.
just in case you got confused.
That was
with my
AJ
sarcasm.
being obnoxious and loud.
Hey, I just gotta make sure that everybody gets their cues, okay,
It worked.
right?
It
AJ
worked.
screamed Mama and I puppeted Mama.
Come to Mama! Mama will look after you!
And I ignored Mama for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, Mama was weird.
Mama was the creepiest part, I think, of the recordings, though, because, like, she had to do a lot of takes of it and made everybody very uncomfortable, especially herself.
Mostly herself.
Mostly
I was
herself.
only uncomfortable with it because you made her try to sound sexy, and she wasn't on board with that.
Well, we had to
it got
try
her
a
to
few
the right
versions.
place, though.
Yeah, sometimes you have to ask for. You have to give direction that doesn't sound like it makes sense. But when somebody tries it, if that's not what the audience has been told that that's supposed to sound like, what they hear instead is what you want.
So, for instance, recently AJ gave a direction to someone saying, say this as if you were telling it to a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And it worked for that person. But had he said that to me, it would have been a very different performance. I would have been like bored and annoyed, a bored and annoyed voice because I hate children.
But you know what I mean if I say that, though, right?
I
would
do,
you have
but
taken
I
it for
have
that
a
lens?
certain level of experience with
Okay.
like how you work.
Yeah.
So sometimes people take directions differently. So you can say, talk as if this is a 5-year-old to one person, and it will sound totally different. So in that particular case, Gwen's sexy was actually motherly, which was an interesting difference between someone else's
Yeah.
sexy that might be like, whoa, that should not be coming out of Mama's voice.
Yeah, you know what it was, I think? It's because she took that as it has to be a bit more flirty, which sounds a bit more teasing, and teasing sounds a bit more like you are trying to stay playful and active. So instead of saying it like an adult, you start to say it more like you're talking to a child. And that's the funny part. That it's like, that's weird, like Markiplier Enos talks kind of like this. But I think that's the kind of like, it doesn't sound like that's what you're going to end up with. But once you start chain linking them together, you realize, yeah, that does kind of like, that sounds more like how, the nursery rhyme voice, of a mommy talking to her child could sound like a girl who's supposed to say the stupid line about, pitter-pattering feet a little bit more sexy. It's weird, but it does work sometimes where you find out, enough of the right things come through. Who wants to read this one?
Directing is just weird.
It is
Who wants to read it?
I moved the mouse and it disappeared.
Cool.
Sorry to whoever wrote that comment, but basically it was a question asking how we got a Honey Pop girl to be in our Honey Pop musical.
Oh, of Honey Pop
Yeah.
voice actress.
Yep, that was the question.
So,
There it is. Yeah.
IOP Dev.
Yeah, or Lopdev. I can't tell if it's an L or
yeah, I
a...
can't either.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
how
if
did
it's-
we get Hayden? What happened? Why did we get Hayden?
Hayden reached out to us,
Guys.
actually.
Oh,
She'd
right.
seen some of our other videos. I believe she voiced one of the characters for Yandere Simulator as well. So, and she's friends with a lot of these other voice actresses. So they all kind of like know each other's projects. She reached out to us after watching some of them to go, hey, I can sing and I kind of like musical theater stuff. I'm doing a lot of animation, including, some upcoming stuff. Would you guys have any need to work with me? Oh,
Bless
stick
you.
dabbing. There it is.
Let's.
So anyway, we were like, yeah, we've actually been talking about Honey Pop. Is that something you'd be allowed to, or is that like off the table? And she's like, nah, the Honey Pop developer's cool. He's not gonna, actually complain about this. I can totally do, whatever character you want. So we were like, let's not have you do the exact same character, particularly because you're not very Latina looking. You are definitely like pasty white Canadian girl. So let's have you, voice one of the pasty white girls in this instead. And she was super cool about that. So she played the nerdy one. What is her name?
Nikki.
Nikki, thanks. I'm like, I haven't played it in months now that we've finished the musical. So anyway, yeah, we were fortunate.
Yeah, Hayden's a super
Hayden's
cool person.
very cool. So,
And it turned out really good.
yeah. I would recommend Hayden for any voice acting position.
That doesn't mean everyone email her to.
That's a good point. Hayden just got back from, I think, Italy or something, too.
Yeah.
So, busy. Other questions? What do we got?
Question looked like fun.
I'm just going to throw this one out there. Jasmine was asking about the Baby I Love You shirt that I've got on. We also have a Senpai Notice Me one. These ones are not in the Teespring store we were talking about because these were designed by somebody from CrowdMade. So an artist there specifically drew them. You guys actually voted on the FNAF ones. And so that is also linked in most of our video descriptions. And I think it's like randomencounterartist.crowdmade.com or something. It's probably more complicated than that, but they are still available. They're going to stay available probably. Mm-hmm. You want to ask this?
Because I don't know the answer myself. This will be fun.
Okay.
Question for Miss Bird. Why was a girl casted for Tattletale? And why did you dress like a boy? They don't specify a gender.
I think this just answered its own question.
Because when I was cast in this musical, AJ was like, we need somebody who looks like a little boy. None of us look like little boys because we look like men. You look like a little boy. You should be...
You look like a little boy.
So
Sounds
I
mean.
became a little boy. And then Peter, when we were costume shopping, was like, you're a girl, right? I'm all like, but not Peter. AJ said I was a boy. And then eventually AJ was like, you're a girl. And I'm like, I'm so confused. So I just kind of, I don't know.
So-
that's why I was cast. The end.
I'm assuming a lot of you guys in the chat already know this, so this is going to be irrelevant information to you. But the game does not specifically tell you in Tattletale what gender your player character is. People have inferred that you are a boy because some of the pictures in the house show children, and it looks
You also live
like your
in a
room
blue
is also
room.
kind of gendered toward male. That's not super ironclad evidence of anything. It's just what people have speculated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not unreasonable to assume you might be a boy. We were casting Miss Bird for it. We thought maybe she should go a little bit more tough, but not necessarily like we don't need to pass her off entirely as male because you guys aren't gonna be fooled anyway. So it's one of those just kind of let's ride that line, be a little bit androgynous, represent aspects of both genders, and you guys take away what you want. So if you think she was supposed to be playing a boy, that's fine. If you think she was a girl that wears overalls and a backwards cap, That's fine.
In the end,
Doesn't bother
like,
us.
what difference does it make?
Yeah.
In the
Gender-
end, I woke up in a bed and I was clearly wearing a nightgown.
Okay.
So there's that.
What's important is that she did not get eaten by Mama, and I think that's the only thing that's really super important
Yeah.
because Mama eats boys and girls all alike.
The other important thing is that we didn't actually break our window when we threw the tattletale out.
Also important.
The end.
Yeah. What else? Oh, let's. I don't think we have enough information about this one, but not that one. But here you go. Nicole Luxton says, "Compliment for Miss Bird. Your outfit is really pretty. I like it."
It's PJs. Well, thank you.
Is that a brand? Is that a designer?
Who are you wearing?
I mean, it
PJ
is
Sparkle,
PJ.
of course.
I'm wearing PJs.
I don't know who I'm wearing, but you can tell me who I'm wearing. Who am I wearing?
What are you? Where is?
It's right here.
Who am I wearing?
You are wearing.
What am I wearing?
Hanes.
Goodnight Kiss.
I'm wearing Goodnight Kiss. Guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds very cool. Code of the Wolf question: are you guys going to do another game night anytime soon?
That'd be. Oh, sorry. That'd be kind
do
of
you
fun.
mean?
Like a streamed one, like
yeah.
Spoopy Palooza.
Well,
I mean, that would be fun.
Spoopy Palooza is my property, so they would have to ask me if they want to do Spoopy
Well, to be
Palooza again. But to do a normal
I was-
game, whatever, nope, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said like Spoopy Palooza.
Oh, well, I can't read.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said.
I said it out loud.
That's fine.
I don't know. Streaming is a little bit difficult. You probably notice a lot of streamers often have technical difficulties, and us more so even. So I don't know. Maybe we enjoy playing games. We don't do it often enough, so
Yeah.
it would be fun to do it more often as long as it's something you guys want to watch. Oh, let's see.
Do. What are our favorite chocolate bars? Says Amelia Price.
Favorite chocolate bars.
Mine's not chocolate, but I love Paydays. I love
Paydays?
the caramel and peanut combination.
I don't like peanuts,
I know,
but caramel is good.
You're not comfortable anymore.
that's fine.
I'm done with you.
I would say between Three Musketeers and the Midnight Dark Milky Ways, because those are really, really good. Those are both good.
What is yours, Miss Bird?
Snickers.
I was
Snickers.
All of them.
It's my dad's favorite. I like Snickers.
We just had a hazelnut Snickers, which was really delicious.
Also,
Oh, yeah, I
Mr.
saw
Good
that.
Bar is really good too.
Mr. Good Bar.
Do you have one, Nate?
I like Kit Kats.
Oh,
Kit Kats. Kit
I
Kat is
didn't know
more
that.
cookie than candy bar. It is. It's
Whatever.
like silly
And
cookie.
Three Musketeers is more nougat than candy bar. Like,
Well, that's like the definition of a candy bar.
Payday
Oh my God,
is not
AJ.
even chocolate.
I don't know.
So-
My assumption is that something other than like cookie.
You're just
But-
a chocolate bar racist.
At least elitist.
I might be.
You don't like the one I like, so yours isn't actually a candy bar.
I'm just saying, Kit Kat always
I
struck
also
me
like
that way.
Reese's peanut butter cups, and they're not really candy bars
No,
either.
those aren't. And although they have more of the texture of a candy bar, I think. Yeah. Just interesting. Hey, I've had UK Kit Kat bars,
Does
and I've had
Toblerone count
Japanese
as a
Kit Kat bars.
Can as a chocolate bar?
Those are
Toblerone?
really like cookies.
Toblerones.
They just have like a thin layer of chocolate and like nothing
Those
else
are
going
the
on.
ones that you
Triangle
break
ones,
off. Yeah.
I love those.
I think so.
Those are another good one.
Yeah.
Question from Marta. Is that a tilde thing over it?
What?
Monica? Is it just Marta Monica?
That's
I
an
can't tell.
accent.
Accent.
Marta Monica. I don't know. Question: what is your favorite sport? Favorite sport?
Sports are stupid.
Crying in the corner.
Sorry.
Crying like Olympic crying in the corner. You train for this? You're like a pro crying in
I
the
guess
corner
those
person.
two might have. No, not even him. Just
We were just talking about this the other day.
AJ has a sport he likes.
We were talking about
the
this
rest
the
of us
the
are
other day,
like
though.
whatever.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
sports are-
define it as a favorite sport.
No, but to watch versus because I think
Well,
watching
in
a
that
sport and
case-
playing a sport, you can have favorites of those two.
It's Nate's least unfavorite.
Yeah, it was. I don't like sports, but if like something was on TV, I'd probably be more likely to watch. I'd be more likely to pay attention to like basketball or football than baseball or other games because basketball is at least like constant action.
When he said
Granted, it's
football, he meant American football.
So the problem is like football. There's too many stops. They stop too much and it gets boring. Basketball is at least a constant back and forth, but that's also a problem with it. It's just a constant back and forth. It's boring after a while. It's the same problem with soccer.
Not World Cup soccer.
Baseball is, I think,
Not
baseball
NBA
is stupid.
Jam.
NBA Jam, they
Not arch rivals.
burst into flames, and
I know, right? That's my favorite sport is NBA Jam.
my favorite sport is the American Gladiators. People beat each other
That
with
counts.
sticks and knock each other
That
out.
should totally count.
So yeah, we're not sports people. Sorry.
Cage fighting.
AJ enjoys watching football, and if he had more people around him who like football,
My favorite sport to play is European football. My favorite sport to watch is American football.
nice.
Yeah. So no matter how you slice it,
Mr.
football.
Good Bar is the chocolate bar of all the things we mentioned. But I mean, if you want to believe Kit Kats are more chocolate than they are crispy wafer, that is more power to you. Sorry, I read somebody's comment. I was
love
all
you.
like,
Let's see.
Who the hell is that? Language, whoops. I don't know who Nick is, but apparently we're a couple.
Okay, I don't know who Nick
I
is
don't
either.
know that either.
Sure, let's do this.
This is
one.
Peter. We're a couple.
Okay, so Mandy Daly asks a question: is it scary at first to share your songs? As in, yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've ever been asked that before.
Yeah.
Is it scary to share a new song?
No.
Bless you.
It probably was in
What's
the older
scary
days
is
more.
how you receive it.
Well, that's kind of
That's why you'd be scared, presumably,
Yeah.
is afraid that people are going to not like it or tell you didn't do a very good job with it.
I'm just afraid of the comment sections all the time because it's full of like demanding people, and that scares me.
I think
don't
you
get.
The
should-
comments, that's usually.
I think you're the kind of person who should just straight up not look at comments.
Well, I like
on our
looking at
channel.
my comments.
On our channel.
I don't look at your comments normally.
There are definitely some musicals that have gotten my nerves up as we've gotten ready to
Yeah,
post.
I was just thinking that, and I'm trying to remember some of the ones I didn't think people were going to like very much.
I was really nervous about Yandere because I was nervous that it was going to be too mature for people.
Honey Pop I was kind of concerned
Yeah.
about too. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure how many people were going to lay into us for having touched Honey Pop as a property.
Exactly. So there's been the, fear that we went too far, even though we felt like we went the right distance on something. I was really nervous with FNAF because I was like, this could be a moment, a life-changing musical, or it could be a flop. And obviously it was a life-changing musical, which was great in some ways. But
Yeah. FNAF Night 4 or 5 or the Supercut, I feel like some of those were actually the scariest ones.
oh yeah, because we had been away from the,
The
project for so
expectations
long, and
so high.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like we knew it was good, but because we hadn't done it and we knew that people were going to just rush that video, it was like kind of horrifying going, okay, what's about to happen? Like, what if people watch it and go, well, this was not worth it? So yeah, that was really scary. Phoenix Wright, I was actually scared of too. Because all the way up until finishing it, I still felt like we didn't quite get to do some of the things I wanted to do with it. And I remember thinking like, okay, it is what it is at this point. It just has to go up. Any of them that you can think of that were kind of like you weren't sure about or no? You're like, I have the utmost confidence in random encounters.
I don't have as much
experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those are.
I was
definitely-
nervous when we posted Power of Pong.
Okay.
I was nervous that people would actually leave. I was also nervous when we posted the fake Princess Peach song, though that was barely a song.
April Fools every year. I get a little bit nervous.
I think I'm more nervous for the stuff I post on my channel.
Your stuff is more edgy, so I would assume it to be a little scarier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kinds of things scare you about posting on your channel?
Well, when I get like serious, or things like the recent FNAF video I posted, like I thought it was just gonna be a bunch of people just tearing into me because I have no taste and I don't like FNAF and because people don't watch videos sometimes, so
Yeah.
they just see the headline and go, "Well, FNAF is amazing! And yeah, it's amazing! You're terrible! I'm unsubscribing!" And I was afraid of stuff like that because I don't want to deal with that on my own channel.
Makes sense.
We've probably answered this one before, but
I'm not allowed to answer this
That's
question
not
on
a safe
stream.
question.
Oh.
Sorry.
okay. So,
But I want to tell you guys what the question is so that you can have your own imaginations.
all right, fair.
The question was, what's the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Sorry, can't answer.
Not
It's on the
answering.
channel. You guys are more than welcome to answer it if you can.
I don't remember.
Weirdest dream I've ever had.
But let's just say humans are weird.
Yeah.
Let's
Wha-
just leave it at the one AJ likes to talk about the most is where he had to assassinate Donald Trump with bees.
There was one, yeah.
That gets brought up repeatedly.
It does. And it was like a one-time dream. That's the thing. Is like it was like a really vague dream, but there was also one where I had to go visit Frog and Toad, which are like literally big anthropomorphic frog and toad things from a book series. Probably don't know what it is, but anyway, that was a thing. I had like a 3-part version
They
of that
ate
dream.
cookies and they try to put them in a box.
Yeah.
And then they ate them anyway.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, we have to like wrap the box up so that we won't eat the cookies. Then they like unwrap the box and eat the cookies.
Mm-hmm.
They can't stop themselves. So yeah, I had to go visit them in my dream, and I had to visit them like on 3 different dream
Somebody gave
occasions.
you money.
I kept
there it
going
goes.
back to see them again, and it made no sense. Thank you to, I was going to call you Mayweather, but it's MXY Weather for your donation to us. Appreciate it. It's very kind of you.
Apparently.
And we think you're awesome and hope you have an amazing day as well.
Thank you.
Doo-doo. So yeah, that was my weirdest dream, I think. It still doesn't make sense.
It is so hot down here.
Is it? Is it hot
Yes.
down here?
I can't get up.
I'll get up.
Anyway,
Goodbye.
so let's see here. Looking for questions. Good questions.
Good questions.
If a new FNAF comes out, are you going to make a new musical? We are very undecided on that point. There are certain restrictions that we've put ourselves into, which might make it harder to do. So it's really unclear what we're going to do. I should say when, because he'll probably come out with a new one.
if.
When he comes out with a new one, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and we'll have a meeting. And Miss Bird won't be in it because she's done with FNAF. But other
No,
than
Miss
that,
Bird will be in it because Miss Bird wants to hear if it's a yes or no because Miss Bird might move out.
oh no, I meant as in Miss Bird is not going to be in the musical if we do
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
it. Yeah. So yeah, we don't know, but it's not impossible, and it's also not a shoo-in. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's true. It's true. Tracy McGee. What is your favorite animals?
We answered
Plural.
this like once a stream.
Well, what is your favorite animals?
Don't have one.
Don't have any favorite
No.
animals? Because it is plural.
That's fine.
I mean, my favorite animal is baby cat.
I'm just gonna
I
say
don't.
I'm gonna say Kurt's dick because I can say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Monitors, lizard, what is it? What's that thing called?
It's like a gazelle kind of deer thing.
What was the bird I liked?
Wasn't it like the gray monitor?
No, that was a different
That's
one. Wasn't
a lizard.
Oh, the Congo peafowl.
Yes, the Congo peafowl. Thank you. Love me some Congo peafowl. I think it's great. What?
People are strange.
Do you want to piggyback off? I can share the Congo peafowl with you.
I don't have any
Don't have any favorite animals?
random weird named animals.
Oh.
Now, speaking of deer, which you mentioned something about deer, right?
Think about the deer that eats
Yeah.
eating a human.
Because Kurt's dick is some sort of deer thing.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So speaking of deer, I read something really cool last night that was basically like, in the Arctic permafrost, there's a crap load of weird viruses and bacteria from thousands and millions of years ago that are trapped there and are still alive and are just waiting to be thawed out. Recently, like a whole bunch of deer were found dead from an old version of anthrax because the Arctic had thawed enough that particular strain of anthrax had been able to escape into a bunch of deer, and there were like 20 cases up north of anthrax death. So that's pretty exciting because one day we're all gonna die of weird diseases from millions of years ago.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I look forward to that day.
So,
Anywho,
we
the
don't
follow-up
die
question from Natalie, why are all those your favorite animals?
Because I
is
can
that-
say that on the internet, and you guys can't like banish me because it's a real thing.
I agree.
That's why.
Congo
Because I
peafowl
can
is just
hug
fun
him.
to say.
I can hug him. He's right there.
True.
I could hug him right now, and it would be cute.
I love baby cat too.
That's why.
He's probably my favorite animal too.
Well, I like a lot of birds. The Congo peafowl is just a fun one to say out loud. And it does look kind of doofy. It like waddles around like kind of like a dodo bird.
Sounds like me. Looks doofy and waddles around.
So Peter is my favorite animal,
Cool.
apparently.
Awesome. I'll take it.
Peter is an animal.
Oh, Peter the animal.
Wow, I'm your favorite animal too?
I said Peter is an animal.
No.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, that's an answer for question for Nate. Question: how long does it take until subtitles, which were for example, made by me? Oh, never mind. That's not a Nate question. So,
But the question is still, Yoshi fan wants to know how long it takes for fan submitted subtitles
Yes.
to be published, I think. And that relies on us because we have to go approve them, I guess.
Immediately, because you guys have that green listed last time I checked.
oh really?
Okay. Well, that would be cool.
I don't think we do because
Like I said last time I checked.
Sure. Because I went into our community tab a while back, just kind of exploring, and I found a whole bunch of subtitles that were unapproved.
I tried to do it recently,
or
but-
something. It's when we get to it, we very rarely actually remember to think about that, and so most of the time we just don't. And I apologize for that.
Part of the problem is we have a lot of people submitting subtitles for languages that there are already subtitles for.
That too.
And then rather than weeding those out, YouTube is like, hey, how about you prove those? Which of them is better? And it's like, I don't speak Norwegian, so I can't tell you which of these is better.
Well, now YouTube provides a Google Translate of whatever was written for
Does
us in our language.
But
so
we
that-
know that Google translates and
Well,
kinda
yeah,
hit
but
and
you
miss.
can compare Google Translates and be like, oh, well, this one is clearly a little bit more accurate anyway.
We
Like,
say that, but we might
Yeah,
be
no, I get it.
misunderstanding if Google
it's
translates
true.
not doing it quite right.
Realistically, we should have someone who speaks a crap load of languages
Yeah.
be able to weed through these for us, but we
Exactly.
don't have that.
Miss Gwendolyn, come help me. She doesn't speak all the normal languages. She speaks all like the dead languages. So yeah.
Then how does she know she's speaking them right?
Huh? Dead
They're
ones?
dead. How do you know you're speaking them
Because
right?
there's still experts that like learn and speak and translate dead languages. They just aren't like ones that people go on YouTube and type in usually.
Team Epiphany Give Up says that you loved our new video, and I really appreciate that.
They showed how much they love it.
Nate, cut
Thank
that
you.
one.
He did. He edited that up for us.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Nate. Thank you, Team Epiphany.
We like you.
It's very generous.
Yes.
Appreciated. Yeah, and we do plan to do more videos like that. I think we actually did one for Tattletale as well.
We will
Yeah.
be, we have.
Oh, he's referring to the set tour of the Hello Neighbor musical.
Yeah.
So we also have one of those for Tattletale. Obviously, it's a lot of the same locations, but there are a whole bunch of different things that we used in Tattletale.
Yeah, I showed
that
off
we
some of the
didn't
behind the
use
scenes.
for Hello
Yeah,
Neighbor.
I think
so-
we described the Peter's process for animating Tattletale's face and things like that. So yeah, there'll be fun stuff for you to.
Stupid paws.
Oh, look how cute you are! Meow, 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 meow,
I
meow.
love this
Favorite
guy.
animal.
He's my
Favorite animal. Let's see.
Uh-oh, it's growling.
He wants to go, but I don't want him to go.
He's a growler.
We've probably answered this one before, but Miraculous Mirachat asks, "Do you have any regrets about making this channel?"
Yeah.
I feel like there are always
Probably
a few-
hiring me. Probably a
Well,
regret.
that wasn't part of making the channel.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. Yes, we actually talk about one quite regularly. The URL for Random Encounters is youtube.com/Random Encounters ENT, E-N-T. And
Stands for entertainment, but
no one gets that. No one understands why it's there. And it's a really obnoxious URL. So we really wish we had found a different way because somebody already had youtube.com/Random Encounters. So we couldn't just have that. I wish we had found something better than throwing on an abbreviation at the end that doesn't sound like it makes sense.
IRL encounters.
on a more meta standpoint, at least for me, there's a small nugget of regret just being like, it's really, really stressful. It takes up your entire life, and that's frustrating. I enjoy Random Encounters, I enjoy working on the stuff, but that's not to say that there aren't negative things about it, and everything is a give and take. There are pros and cons to every decision you make in life. So for me, I regret the fact that I'm always stressed, but I'm also very glad about the fact that I choose my own projects and the work that I'm doing is noticed for me, not for some random production company somewhere. So there are pros and cons, and there are bad things about having random encounters in my life, and there are really, really great things about it. So, yeah, I do have some regrets, but not enough to make any difference, if that makes sense.
Nate, as somebody who was here helping start the channel originally, or doing the first project that launched the channel, do you have any regrets about having made Needle Mouse the musical and what that turned into?
No.
Straight up? Just no?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
No, not really. Why would I-
Having hair still, is that your biggest
Yes.
regret about?
I don't.
Fair
I
enough.
don't see anything to regret about it because
Uh-huh.
I mean I moved back to New York and suffered through 7 years of working in retail jobs and stuff like that, and that's not fun at all. I don't suggest that, but most people are gonna have to do those kind of jobs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the URL is my biggest regret
funny.
still.
I
Yeah.
can't answer this question. Woo! Moving on.
Team Epiphany pops back up again. Returns from beyond. With another $5 donation. Thank you. But also this time attached to a question. What was your favorite guest star to film with? It's like a Jeopardy question. Who is what we're
John
looking for?
Cena.
John Cena?
I think mine was still Dodger. I
Yeah?
really liked working with Dodger. She comes on set knowing the entire song. She's directable, i.e., you can like tell her to do something in a different way and she'll do it. And
Yeah.
she's good natured, but she doesn't take up too much of your time when you're like setting up a shot.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
just kind of disappear into the background until you're ready, and then she'll be just right there, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I really like I like working with Dodger.
Super fair. Okay. Miss Bird, favorite guest star?
Pass.
That could be you, I suppose.
I'm not that conceited.
Yeah. You also don't seem like a guest because you live here.
Oh no,
so-
she's a guest star.
guest on the channel, kind of, I guess. But again, she's on like our live chats even, so
It's because I live here and I can't sleep when you guys do them.
sure. I'll tell you somebody I want to work with more that we haven't had much of a chance to. I want to get Matt Pat in more projects because, as you guys keep pointing out, he hasn't really gotten to sing on our channel. He sang in How to Beat a Monkey at Chess on Mark's channel with us, but we have not gotten a chance to do a Random Encounters musical here on this channel for you guys where he sings. And we almost got him in Phoenix Wright to be Edgeworth, and that didn't work out for us. And we had an awesome Edgeworth, so it worked out entirely well. But that was the last, most recent chance we had to try to get him to sing some cool songs on our channel, and it didn't pan out. So I hope we get a chance to get Matt to come sing for us because he's got a good voice. You got any favorite guest stars?
Aaron Weber
Aaron Weber from Sega
Nice.
runs Sonic's channel.
Tails in one video.
Yeah, you're right. He was.
I miss Aaron Weber.
Can
Yeah.
you say he was your favorite though? Because he made you watch the Cosmos.
I fell asleep, so I got to take a nap.
Fair point.
I mean, he's like my only guest star I've
I
ever
know.
worked with, though.
Yeah, fair enough. You got to work with Hayden.
That's
She's a
true.
guest star.
Hayden was
Yeah.
awesome too.
Yeah, Hayden was cool. Yeah, you haven't gotten too many guest stars.
Aaron
outside.
Weber is like only like a couple hours away. if
Yeah.
that.
All right. Well,
He's just so busy.
shout out to Sega's Aaron Weber. He should come hang out with us more. Or we should go invade his house and
We
hang out.
have a shirt of yours. Come get it.
We do have a shirt.
Got your shirt hostage.
Yeah.
Send him a ransom note. Maybe
One of these
magazine
days.
letters.
One of these days. I'm getting the shirt back. Ah, okay. So,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
are we laughing at that one?
Yep. That's the one we're laughing at.
Do we?
I mean, if you,
Oh.
you're more than welcome to answer it.
We already have considered it.
Question from Carter the Wolf. Would you ever consider making Miss Bird and Nate official Random Encounters channel owners? Well, right now we're in the process of being less about channel owners and more like company shareholders.
Yes.
Which is a complicated system of what is Random Encounters and how do you legally represent that and what are your jobs.
Be careful,
So
baby.
in the future, hopefully we'll all just be people that are employed by a company. So
I
we'll,
was going to say, to be clear, Miss Bird does not want to be a company owner. At all.
So, yeah. We're actually working kind of the opposite direction from having channel owners. And instead, the channel will kind of get to pay us to work on it. Doesn't that sound cool? It's like the beard can be our boss.
I don't want to be an owner because I feel like I'd be ignored. So I'm already ignored. So what would be the point of just having to be an owner?
It's true. There are a lot of bosses who get ignored.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
I have worked for some of them. I probably am.
You've actively ignored some of them.
I have. Yeah. So being a boss is actually kind of tricky work. I ignore you too.
You're the boss, baby.
I am the boss, baby.
Probably.
I always ignore my boss.
You can go to
I
bed.
don't have a clock.
No.
Go ahead. It's okay.
No, it's fine.
No, these people don't mind. You can go to bed. Actually, it is past 1, so we are going to wrap up. Probably one last question.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, baby cat, you're gonna break something. if
Really
you do that.
appreciate you guys
Sorry, I
being
was
here.
sleepy and stuff. Normally I'm more active.
Oh gosh, baby.
He's
what
doing
are
some
you
sick parkour back
And
there.
then he wants to be in the window.
I know.
And
So everyone who just noticed the camera like shaking all around,
I was gonna say that is
my favorite animal, who is
come here.
not.
Peter's favorite animal, is
Hi.
giving us
Here, I'll come help
some
you.
excitement.
Here, I'll help you. Put you in the window. Yeah. I know.
Anything interesting?
I am like struggling, man.
Well, I saw a question, but it's only related to me, so that's kind of lame, right?
Well, I mean, you can do
For
it.
the last question.
Here, now you can be in the window.
Go ahead and answer yours. This
All
one's
right.
not bad.
Someone asked how I felt about being the neighbor, and it actually brought up some, I guess, childhood anxiety in me because with only a mustache, my face looked like a person from my childhood past that was a really bad person. And so looking in the mirror, I actually literally had flashbacks to some pretty horrible things. And that was weird. I hadn't expected that to happen, so I was like, oh yeah, of course I'll shave for Hello Neighbor. I'll look a little weird, but that's okay. It turned out to be a lot more problematic than I expected. So trauma can affect you in unique ways that you don't anticipate, and just be open to accepting that it's just there, and it's sometimes just a part of you, and you deal. That's all. Sorry, that's why I didn't want to do it, because I was
it's
like,
okay.
it's the end. Who wants to end with talking about
Like I said,
trauma?
we'll answer like one more question. By the way, there has been a persistent question about Resident Enos 3. I get on Twitter a lot too, so just for the record, yet again, we have more than enough ideas for continuing Resident Enos. The problem is schedules, which is usually the problem with any YouTuber. So, finding time to wrangle Mark, who is now going on tour, you've probably noticed, like around the country.
Isn't another part of the problem Disney?
Yeah.
They're not so much a part of the problem, I think, but there are legal things we have to talk about with Disney because we're on Disney's network. So in order to continue Resident Enos stuff, we'd have to work that out with them as well. Anyway, so we'd like to do it. I don't know if you're going to get a part 3, but if we have the chance to, we will, and you'll hear about it in advance, I think. We'll tease it all over. Okay, the formal final question I thought was worth asking, because this is not a demographic question, I think. It's from Magic Moon Panda, who asks, what do you think the age range is for your channel? So I don't know if that's like, if you were going to advertise it on a box, who should be watching it or who you think does watch it. I think you can kind of take that either way. So what do you think? Who do you think we
channel?
target and why?
My channel is definitely older adults.
Older adults, like how old are we talking?
Like my age and a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger as well.
Basically,
Okay.
she's saying like
So
25
20s?
to 40-ish range, 25 to 35 range.
Is that what you
More
said?
like-
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sparrow talks about some, like what I said a couple minutes ago about trauma and stuff. That's like the low end of Sparrow's edginess on her channel.
I say the F word a lot.
Oh.
It's my favorite word.
For us, I feel like we create content that should be catering to younger people. But that's not actually how it ends up being. Our most common demographic is like, I think the mid to late 20s, which is amusing because that's not really who we're writing for. So that's an interesting effect.
It's very similar to Disney movies.
Yeah.
They write for a younger audience, but
yeah, some of their
You
core
look at all the
backbone.
people who like are fanatics
Yeah.
for like stuff like Moana. And it's
Yeah.
yeah.
like mid-20s people that grew up with Disney.
Yeah.
You know, not like grew up.
I was
like,
gonna say,
they've been
every
around since Snow
generation
White,
has
but
been, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Our generation
That was
grew
gross.
up during the Disney Renaissance of like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're
That's a good
attuned to
point.
that.
Yeah, super good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
comfortable.
I'm always struck how many like children do watch the channel Gesundheit, because I imagine that there's a lot of jokes that actually do go over their heads, and yet the songs I guess are just fun, and the visuals are just like you know graphic comedy, kind of like you can just kind of watch people fall down or throw things and stuff that like they can follow along and enjoy it, even if not all the lyrics are words they've even heard or learned yet. So I think that's really cool that people are showing kids as young as like 4 and 5 years old these musicals, and they're trying to learn them and stuff. And I'm like, that's a really cool spot to be in. But definitely it's nice that it hasn't alienated having older audiences that are going to college or have a job or even starting a family, and they have to make that decision which musicals are appropriate for kids now to be able to see. So anyway, it's apparently a very broad age range. I think that's great. Anything to add? Anybody got anything to add?
This feels amazing.
That feels amazing. That's what we got to add. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Indeed.
We really appreciate it. Like I said, we always do this every Saturday. Every month, the first Saturday. So it'll be June whatever is the next one. I'll look that up right now.
June, whatever.
It'll be June
Got
3rd,
it.
hypothetically. On June 3rd at noon, we'll be back doing another of these, and you can ask even more questions. There will be a new musical out before then, I'm sure, that you can be
I'm
asking
not
us
sure.
on. Well, maybe not on our channel.
Oh.
There's probably going to be a new musical
fair
out on
point, a
somebody's
fair point.
channel. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. If you want to support us more, we have social media accounts all over the place you can go follow. You can go follow us on Patreon and support us actually with like dollars and money bags and stuff like
Gold
that.
bars.
And
Give
we
us
give
a
them little
gold
treats.
bar.
Gold bullion.
Sparrow,
Gold bullion, I
Sparrow
like
and I talked about
Diamonds.
us buying a bunch of gold bars
Oh.
and paying like collaborators with gold bars instead of checks,
That's kind of fun.
right?
Except probably obnoxious because then they have to decide what to do with their gold bar.
Well, like someone with Markiplier, we can never pay him enough to actually
Yeah.
make payment, make any
true.
meaning. So giving
give
him a gold bar, he'd be like, "Oh, this is kind of cool."
That's unusual. Yeah. I feel like he lost his last check from us, like in a shoe somewhere. So if you give him a gold bar, like put in his sock, he'll probably find that
No,
again.
you said he cashed it at some
He
point.
did at some
Eventually,
point.
yeah.
It took him like 6 months. That's why I think he lost it.
Anyway.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, yeah, you guys can go support us on Patreon if you want. We still have a tier for the Smash Brotherhood, hoping that someday we can raise enough money that we don't have to be scrounging for volunteers for that as much. That's some of the stuff that we're doing. And again, if you want to buy a t-shirt, that's also going to help us out. And it supports us by you wearing your love for random encounters out onto the streets and
Hey,
showing
this
your
guy's
friends.
name is not Jake. I thought it was a joke, but his name is
Oh
Nate.
my gosh!
Nate.
Again,
His name is Nate.
Nate, Nate.
also known as Nathan,
Yes.
Nathaniel,
It's like Professor Nathan. Yeah. It's like Professor Layton.
and very much not Jake.
I don't know.
You can't joke
There
with
is
these
no
people,
Jake in here.
Sparrow. They don't understand jokes.
Apparently they understand some of them because they watch our channel. But guys, thank you again for joining us. We're going to head out of here. But stay tuned for a Best Fiends musical that's coming up not on our channel. All right, we're going to get out of here. Peter has to hit a special button, I'm sure.
Us a very
Hit
special.
the special button! Yay!
Sequence here.
AJ, beard salute! Woo! Later, everybody. All you old
I'm just
people.
gonna leave it streaming now.
Do it. Leave it streaming.
No.